Have you ever wondered why the English do such peculiar things? Well, if you have, you're in for a treat. In this delightful journey, we'll be exploring some quirky English traditions that might leave you scratching your head, but also with a smile on your face. First on our list, we have the downright bizarre tradition of cheese rolling. Picture this: a wheel of cheese, a steep hill, and a crowd of people chasing after the runaway dairy product. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But that's exactly what happens every year in the town of Gloucestershire. The cheese can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, but don't worry, the cheese is not the prize. The honor of having caught it is. Next, we dive into a tradition dating back to the medieval period: maypole dancing. Each May Day, villagers gather around a tall wooden pole adorned with colorful ribbons. Dancers weave in and out, plaiting the ribbons into intricate patterns. The result, a vibrant display of community spirit and a celebration of the arrival of spring. Finally, we'll be taking a look at the grandeur of the Queen's Birthday Parade, also known as Trooping the Colour. This spectacle is a sight to behold, with hundreds of guardsmen in their scarlet tunics and bearskin hats marching in perfect synchrony. But did you know that the Queen has two birthdays? Her actual birthday is in April, but the official celebration takes place in June, when the weather is typically better for a parade. So, as you can see, the English have a knack for creating traditions that are both amusing and peculiar. They may seem odd to outsiders, but these traditions are a significant part of English culture and heritage. They bring communities together, add colour to everyday life, and most importantly, they give the English a good reason to have a bit of fun. Stick around to delve deeper into these amusing and peculiar English traditions. You won't want to miss the laughter and the learning that's coming your way. Imagine chasing a wheel of cheese down a steep hill. Sounds absurd? Welcome to the world of cheese rolling. This is not a scene from a slapstick comedy, but a real tradition that has been celebrated in the English countryside for hundreds of years. Cheese rolling, as it is simply called, originates from the town of Gloucester, nestled in the heart of England. It is said that this tradition began as a method for maintaining grazing rights on the common land, but today it's all about the thrill and the fun. Every last Monday of May, locals and tourists alike gather on Cooper's Hill, ready to risk life and limb in the pursuit of a wheel of cheese. The cheese, a round of double Gloucester, is rolled down the steep slope, and participants chase after it in a chaotic, tumbling race. The first person to cross the finish line at the bottom of the hill wins the cheese, along with bragging rights for the rest of the year. But here's a fun fact for you. The cheese has been known to reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. That's faster than the average speed limit on most highways. It's no wonder that cheese rolling has been described as one of the most dangerous foot races in the world. So the next time you see a wheel of cheese, will you be tempted to give it a roll down a hill? Now let's twirl into another English tradition, the maypole dancing. Originating from ancient times, maypole dancing is a vibrant and joyful tradition that celebrates the arrival of spring in England. The ritual begins with a tall wooden pole, adorned with colourful ribbons, planted firmly into the ground. This pole symbolizes the unity and vitality of the community. Performers, often children, each hold a ribbon attached to the top of the maypole. As music begins to play, they start to dance around the pole in intricate patterns, weaving in and out, over and under one another. This creates a mesmerizing plait of ribbons around the pole, a visual delight that symbolizes the interconnection of life. Historically, this dance was a part of May Day celebrations, a festival marking the end of winter and the beginning of summer. Today, it's a festive spectacle often performed during village fairs and school events. Here's an interesting tidbit for you. Did you know that each ribbon color traditionally represents a different element of nature? Green for the earth, blue for the sky, yellow for the sun, and red for the fire. So when the dancers weave the ribbons together, they're essentially weaving the elements of nature together, symbolizing harmony and balance. Maypole dancing, a tradition that weaves history and fun into a colorful spectacle. Would you like to give it a whirl? From rolling cheese and twirling around poles, we now march into the grandeur of the Queen's Birthday Parade. This regal event is as quintessentially English as cups of tea and double-decker buses. This pomp-filled spectacle takes place annually in London during June, even though the Queen's actual birthday falls in April. An amusing quirk, isn't it? This tradition goes back to King George II in 1748, who wanted to combine the celebration of his birthday with a military parade. Since then, it's been a grand display of military precision, horse guards, and of course, the Queen herself. Every year, the Queen's birthday parade, also known as Trooping the Colour, begins with the Queen's journey from Buckingham Palace in her royal carriage. She then proceeds to inspect her troops, a tradition that underscores the Queen's role as the head of the military. Now, here's an amusing fact for you. During the parade, 2 royal salutes are usually fired, one at the beginning and another at the end. But if the Queen arrives earlier than expected, an extra salute is fired to signal her early arrival. Imagine that, having cannons fired just because you're early. And it's not just about the Queen. The parade is also a chance for the public to witness the precision and discipline of the British Armed Forces. Thousands of people line the streets every year to watch the colourful procession, complete with music from military bands and aerial flypast by the Royal Air Force. As the parade wraps up, the Queen, her family, and the entire crowd turn their eyes skyward to watch the Royal Air Force jets streak across the sky, releasing streams of red, white, and blue smoke in a spectacular finale. A majestic tradition indeed, don't you think? Would you like to witness this grand spectacle someday? English traditions, as quirky as they may be, are indeed a reflection of the country's rich history and culture. Let's take a quick journey back through our tour of these fascinating customs. We started with the exhilarating tumble of cheese rolling, a tradition that's as thrilling as it is peculiar. Then we twirled into the world of maypole dancing, a delightful spectacle of ribbons and rhythm. And who could forget the pomp and ceremony of the Queen's birthday parade, a grand event that truly encapsulates English grandeur. These traditions, each with their own unique flair, tell us a lot about the English spirit, a blend of fun, eccentricity, and a deep respect for history. But remember, these are just a few examples. England is brimming with fascinating traditions waiting to be discovered. So the next time you hear about an English tradition, remember there's always a story behind the quirk. Until next time, keep exploring and learning.